Unchanged for the deposit rate, marginal lending facility, and main refinancing rate. So steady as she goes. We kind of knew that was all going to happen. So the deposit rate facility still staying at negative 40 basis points. The question, though, will really be on Mario Draghi's press conference. The ECB saying they will buy bonds until the end of September or beyond if needed. That QE will run until sustained adjustment in the inflation path. And they say interest rates at present levels for extended period of time, David.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what they said before. It looks like in exactly the same language. They're going to reinvest for extended period after the net buying ends, as you just said. They see no change for a good long time.
Right. And then in terms of euro dollar, nothing. 121 is still how we print. Let's bring in Bloomberg's Guy Johnson, who's joining us from Frankfurt. Obviously, Guy, it's going to be all at the press conference, but anything that we learned from the decision?
No, not really. It's all going to be about the Draghi language that, as you say, is going to be delivered in around 45 minutes' time at the press conference just up the road here in Frankfurt. The room was silent as we just heard that decision being read out. Did come a little bit late, but we got there in the end. No, I think, to be honest, the market is not really expecting a great deal from today. It's going to be interesting to see exactly the kind of questions that Mario Draghi is going to be asked. I suspect he will be asked with a number of different permutations. Are you worried that both the survey, the soft data and the hard data are starting to roll over? And is that going to have a meaningful impact on the inflationary trajectory that the ECB is looking for? We're going to get an update on the forecasts in June. Therefore, is June still a meeting at which we can maybe expect some change in the language, or are they going to put that back even as far as July? And I think it'll be interesting to see whether a June stays on the table as being a kind of live meeting, as it were. But today, I think he's probably going to be batting off most of those questions, pointing us towards what's going to happen midsummer. And I think that's largely what the market is expecting. There is no surprise to see here right now. And as you said, Alex, the FX rate is barely budging off what we're looking at the moment.
So, Guy, I just want to be precise, just for my clarification. When do we get revised, if there are revisions made to their projections on the European economy? Because a lot of people are curious about, given what's going on with PMIs and all the other soft data.
Well, what we get is periodically throughout the year, we get new staff projections. And what tends to happen, David, is that those are used as catalysts to generate changes in the approach that the ECB makes, because you can then use the new staff projections as an opportunity to say, right, well, this is working, that's not working, as a result of which we're going to tweak this and we're going to tweak that. So we're waiting for those new staff projections, which are going to come in June when we get the new forecast. And at that point, maybe we are expecting the ECB to change its language. But remember as well, Stefan Ingves, who we've been hearing from throughout the morning, has kind of pushed that story back a bit. We were expecting hikes to come through. They haven't been delivered upon. You kind of wonder whether there's a read across into the ECB as well.